and welcome to week two. I'm going to go over my expectations for each of the submissions that you're going to be making for your real world case study. And if you haven't already done so, make sure that you've listened to my feedback that I provided to you on Flipgrid. If you're one of those that did not submit anything on Flipgrid, you'll probably want to reach out to me or double check where you submitted this assignment. It is critical to stay active and stay caught up in this particular course because if you do not, you will find that you probably will not be able to earn enough points. So your first submission is going to be on mission strategy and competitiveness. And I'll flip over to the textbook in just a little bit, but I want to make sure that you read all of this carefully through and that you understand that each week outside of this table here, I'm going to be looking for you to list your research sources, and you need a minimum of 3 for each section. So in particular, 2 of them need to be from something that you have read or watched during the week that it's found in the learning materials of Blackboard. And then 1 can be from your own research. So for this week, that could be the interview because there's one of the learning activities is that you conduct an interview with the person from the real world company. So once again, I'm going to stress that you do need to have a personal contact at the company that you are working on, or this project will probably not work very well for you and you'll end up getting halfway through it and probably not be able to finish. So very, very important. Listen to my feedback. Make sure that you have a personal contact. So let's go into the textbook and just I want to highlight a few areas for you. Oh, and also, by the way, it has to be MLA format. By this time, this is a fourth term course. All of you should be very familiar with using MLA format. If it's not, I won't even grade it. So make sure you are putting everything in MLA format. So here's a section from the chapter 2 that you're going to be reading for your reading material this week, and it starts with talking about competitiveness. This is huge in any organization, and as we move through, like next week, you'll be talking about the design and redesign of products, and if businesses are not doing this on a consistent basis, especially now with things changing as quickly as they are, they will find themselves out of business. I found a really great article about the Apple phone that I'm going to have you read and use to align with the information that you read next week. But these are the areas where a business has to think about where they're going to compete with other companies, and marketing influences it in multiple ways. So that's right here. But from an operational standpoint, these are the areas that can have a major impact on a product. So the example I give you for this real world case assignment that you're working on is Walmart, and that they are looking at cost and they try to keep their cost very, very low. So the products that they sell to the consumer end up being a low cost item. There are other areas, as you can see going through here, there are a total of 10 areas where operations can have an impact on the organization's product and or service. So then going further into it, which you're talking about mission and strategies. Remember, the mission statement is the reason for their existence, why they're in. Once again, I gave you the example of Walmart, and that just tells you why they're there. And then within that mission statement, that's how they're going to set up their organizational goals. And within the organizational goals, then they're going to come up with business strategies for each of the functional units. And this is really where the operational management piece comes in. So there's 3 basic business strategies, either low cost, responsiveness, or differentiation from competitors. So let me give you an example. Low cost, pretty much self-explanatory, right? Walmart would be an example of that. So think about your real world case study and what is their business strategy? Or perhaps if it isn't cost, is it responsiveness? I always think of Jimmy John's as responsiveness because even their logo is so freaking fast. Can't remember the name of it exactly, but they want to get their product quickly to their customer. Um, Another one that would be responsive, another area of responsiveness is where they change their products to meet their customers' needs. And then differentiation from competitors. This could be a couple of different things, and as you read below, you'll get some more ideas on that, and they'll give you ideas on all of the different areas that are listed above here. But differentiation would be from competitors, and that's going to start talking about order winners and qualifiers. But if I'm selling a sandwich, say for example, if we're talking about Jimmy John's, what could I do that's different than the other competitors in the field? Well, I've chosen to be very responsive, but I also could have made the choice to have that we bake our own bread in the store. And so that would be a quality piece that other competitors don't have. But what am I doing to differentiate my product from the competitors? And to stay relevant, this is super huge. Now, as you listen to, when you get into week 3 and we talk about smartphones and Apple, there's some really good information that's going to be out there about competitiveness, and I'm asking you to provide me with some feedback on that. So, hopefully, this sets the groundwork for you for this particular week. I'm looking forward to our journey. As always, if you have questions, send me an email. I try to get back as quickly as possible. And if you don't hear back from me within 24 hours, send me another email because that means it probably got lost or didn't go to the right place. Anyway, onward ho.